book that was never considered for canonization by mainstream Christian leaders. But there is a Bible that does include it. Somehow, the Book of Jubilees found its way down the Nile and into the heart of Africa to Ethiopia and the Old Testament of the Ethiopian Christian Bible.
One of the things that we need to remember is the function of the Nile and the river, and how art and economy and text, as it were, would make that way south. And we also need to remember that Jewish communities of some antiquity would likewise follow trade and art patterns. And so the Jewish community became so heavily persecuted in the area around Jerusalem that there would be migrations, and some of those migrations probably went as far south as Ethiopia. And that would be how it would get there.
In a sense, perhaps the Ethiopian Orthodox Church is the best of what Christianity could have done in marrying the Jewish and the Christian traditions together. It's not a community that had a lot of outside interference, in a sense. So they're able to develop their own canon. They're able to do some things without outside interference from other theologians or people who want to change their way of thinking.
Because the literature of Ethiopia reflects an early stage of Christian literature, or what was read by Christians, and that these works were brought into Ethiopia, the book was preserved there as a kind of authoritative dealing with the stories of Genesis.
Jubilees is not the only ancient text that gives a different story of creation. There is a forbidden book, lost for centuries, that includes fallen angels, bloodthirsty giants, and a warning to all humanity.